You are now listening to the Backseat Wrestler Podcast.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out!
Hosted by Eric and Elvis.
It's LA Knight's game. Yeah.
Britt Baker is back, and I am super freaking excited about it. Yo, AEW Forbidden Door 2024 was fire. I think it was fire.
Yeah,
it was good. It was a really freaking good show.
Yeah, a couple matches here and there I wasn't too much interested in, but obviously like the main matches, they were all fire.
No, for sure. I think like this is probably, unfortunately, the worst Forbidden Door card that they put out. However, the match is still delivered.
And
it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
It's still good. It's just like the past ones have been insane. But yeah, well, we could definitely get into it. A lot of fun stuff did happen, as I mentioned at the beginning. Britt Baker is back. Freaking excited for that. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about, of course, the potential rivalries that might come out of this, because there is a bunch of stuff that did happen that we definitely need to get into. But we can start it off with, of course, the first thing that opened up the show, which was MJF versus Hechicero. This match was honestly pretty good. It wasn't like anything great, but it was still a good match. I mean, it was a pretty fun match. It was basically just a showcase of MJF. MJF looked freaking great in it. Yeah. MJF picked up the win. That new finish here, honestly, it's just like a brain buster. He's been using it the past like 2-3 matches. I actually kind of like it because nobody really uses a brain buster anymore. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. MJF won. Nothing really much else to say there. That's not really any storyline there. This was just like a filler match for him, and he even said it a couple weeks ago when he first returned. He was like, "I'm just gonna have like a match against some random guy from CMLL or Forbidden Door, and then I'll move on from there."
And that's what it was.
Yeah, that's really what it was. Just a random match. But yeah, of course, after that, we had the Acclaimed in Hiroshi Tanahashi versus the Young Bucks in Kazuchika Okada.
The Elite,
yeah. This was hilarious because it did start off with like a video package made by the VPs, basically calling the Acclaimed thugs and like people who just so-called rap, and that they're always getting fined because they're doing stuff that they're not supposed to do, and all they do is parade their EVPs, even though the EVPs are grateful enough to give them TV time, which I thought was freaking hilarious. Yeah, the whole video package was dumb funny. Okada was great in this. Okada several times whenever Tanahashi tried to get chain up with him, Okada would just back out and just freaking tag somebody else in or get out of the ring. I thought that was hilarious. The way it ended was fun too. Of course, Okada picked up the win by hitting a Rainmaker on Tanahashi. Fun freaking ending. I thought it was great. Tanahashi sold it really well. Looked like he was injured, but I don't think he is actually. But yeah, just put a lot more heat on the Elite for sure.
Yeah, hopefully they can move on to actually a really good, better storyline.
Well, they still got to face the Acclaim now. Now they need to defend the tag titles against the Acclaim.
Oh yeah.
So that match is still happening. So I guess I'm not sure if they're gonna do that on TV. They're probably gonna wait and hold that off until All In, which is next month. I think it's next month. So they're gonna wait for All In to probably have that match. So they just gotta find a way to build it a little by little. Maybe have one member of each team face each other, something like that. I don't know. Something cool like that they could definitely do to just build it. Yeah, I thought that match was fun though. I actually kind of liked it a lot. Going on to one of the bangers of the nights, Bryan Danielson versus Shingo Takagi. It was basically Dragon versus Dragon. Yeah, Owen Hart Cup tournament. Winner goes on to face Pac at Beach Bash, whatever the heck they call it. That's on Wednesday, so it's this coming week.
Yeah, it's just another Dynamite special thing.
Yeah, Dynamite special thing. They do it every year. The Bash at the Beach is something they do often. But yeah, this match was freaking a banger. I love this match so freaking much. I thought Takagi was going to pick up the win, but of course Bryan Danielson did. Was able to come back in and of course hit a submission move on him and get him to tap. Freaking banger of a match. I thought this match was great.
He's good. Yeah, he's going part-time pretty soon. They mentioned during the match, the commentators, we never really even talked about it. Bryan Danielson's never won a singles title in AEW. That's actually wild.
But that's one of
That's
the
actually
things.
wild.
Yeah, but I feel like we talked about that a few months ago, like 8 months ago. Remember the heck he announced that he was going to go part time
Yeah.
after this year. That like before he's done, he needs to win a tag title, not a tag title, a
Yeah,
singles title. He
He could
definitely
have got
needs
at
to win a
least like
singles title.
TNT championship or something.
He's had multiple chances, they just never gave it to him. Like he's had a couple tries at the
Yeah.
AEW title. Although the times that he did have the chances at the AEW World title, I didn't think he should have won, so it made sense for him not to win.
No, yeah.
But
those are
there
fine.
has been times where he should have won, like at least at the TNT or the
Continental Cup. Remember that
Continental
tournament
Cup,
they had?
international titles. Something like he's had multiple shots at all those
Yes.
titles, hasn't won any. So it's just like
That's
you got to
crazy.
give him something, right?
When I was thinking about that, I was like, that's just wild.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, of course, hopefully he wins his own Heart Cup if he does, because I think they're kind of building that storyline. He also had like a video promo where he was basically stating like, this is like my last chance to get a title shot and to actually win the title, so I'm going to give it my all.
The Owen Hart Cup is for the world title, or is it for?
It's a number one contender, basically. No,
for the world title. Okay.
Yeah, for the world title. So whoever wins gets obviously the Owen Cup, and then they also get a number one contenders match at All In. So if he wins, he's probably going to face Swerve at All In. Whoever the heck
I
wins,
still think
obviously.
Swerve wins.
You think so? We'll see.
Yeah, because well, we'll talk about it in the end. But you saw MJF watching the Swerve and match.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to get that title back. So.
Yeah, but he's not part of the Cup, so you can't really face him at All In. He's gonna have to wait. He's gonna have to wait his turn because whoever the heck wins the Cup at the Owen Hart Cup faces the champion at All In. But yeah, we also had a banger of a match as well. Thought this match was really fun. Mina Shikakara versus Timeless Tony Storm. I thought Shikakara should have won, honestly. She's so entertaining. Yeah, she's so entertaining.
I thought they could have built the storyline. Remember Mariah May's trying to choose between them. I thought they could have had Mina win, and then Mariah Ray chooses her turn on Tony Storm. But
hopefully we get more of Mina though. Hopefully she stays in AEW for a little bit longer because the match ended with Tony Storm winning. What?
I don't know if I'm tripping. I could have sworn because they had the pre-fight like video package.
Yeah,
that she's not there just for that. She's there to stay in AEW. I could have sworn.
Oh well, hopefully
now she's gonna stay.
Hopefully,
it seems like why I thought she was gonna win.
Yeah, it seems like she is because she of course Tony Storm picked up the win in a fun back and forth match. Yeah. The main story that of course happened there was after the match, Mariah May got them to hug it out and even kiss it out, which was funny.
Yes,
and they all walked out together.
She
super
didn't have
happy.
to choose between them.
Yeah, she didn't have to choose. They're both happy. I don't know if maybe Tony Storm takes her under.
I think that's for now.
Yeah,
that's
what
for
I'm
now.
saying. I'm thinking it's gonna be like
gets jealous.
You think Tony Storm gets jealous? I think it's more so going to be like Mariah May and Mina both plotting against Tony Storm, acting like they're all cool, and then of course turning on her eventually.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
that's another one. Yeah.
Yeah, but Tony Storm getting jealous would be hilarious too. That'd be
getting jealous, and then she gets mad at Mariah May. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they eventually have to fight it out for the title. That'd be a fun way to doing it too. We also had Orange Cassidy versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Good right match. Here was
good match.
Crazy.
Great match, honestly. Zack Sabre Jr. ended up picking up the win. He made Orange Cassidy tap out.
Submit, yeah.
Great back and forth. The freaking submission looked brutal as heck too. It was insane.
He had all his limbs tied up. He had to be a verbal submission.
Yeah. He had to quit. Like he had to verbally say I quit. But yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. I'm happy that he won. Honestly, it seemed like not a lot of New Japan people won on this freaking card. It was literally just
they did the same shit. They did the same shit last year. So I expect that at least. Well, we had a couple New Japan people win at least.
Well, yeah,
big matches too. That was a big match.
This was a big match, and of course, the other big match we'll get to in a sec. But before, of course, I love the Zack Sabre Jr. winning. It gives a whole nother thing to Orange Cassidy. Remember he had a whole promo saying that his life has been downhill because his best friends left him. He has nobody at the moment. He lost the title. He got injured. Now he's back, but nobody wants to be around him. So he has nobody. Chuck is gone.
He needs to be healed.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're gonna eventually turn him heel, which I wouldn't mind seeing what the heck that should look like. It should be
at first I thought they were gonna do it a while ago when they were gonna bring with Don Callis, but instead it was Trent Beretta that went with him. So I don't know.
I thought that was a good choice too, but we'll see. We also had Samoa Joe, Shibata, and Hook versus Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and Jeff Cobb. I always like seeing Jeff Cobb, of course, on TV. I think he's a freaking beast.
Looks like Rhino.
Yeah, he looks like Rhino. He's like that. He's like thick, but he's buff. But yeah, Hook, Joe, and Shibata ended up picking up the win.
I wasn't too interested in this
I
match,
wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't really that interested. I thought it was funny that they had the please retire chants again, and Chris Jericho was like, "No, you guys love me because I'm from your hometown." It's like he's
Yeah.
not even from
This
there.
was this was my
He was from
bathroom break
Winnipeg,
match.
you
I
idiot.
still watched it. I'm just this was my bathroom break match. I still watched it though. Like I went and used the bathroom and came back, but it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah, people were chanting like, "You still got it." No, you don't. It's it's just so funny. I'm on the side that I think Chris Jericho should retire because Chris Jericho's like, honestly, he's probably my GOAT. But like
Yeah.
his work since after the Inner Circle has been trash. So I'm not really interested in it.
I want him to retire, but like not with this learning tree thing. He needs to have like one of those feuds where you lose, you quit.
Yeah,
something
you
like
retire,
that, or
something
end the
like
career.
that. Yeah,
They need to do something like that. He deserves freaking Hulk.
no, he deserves it.
Years.
Yeah, for sure.
He deserves one of those huge matches at one of the biggest pay-per-views.
He's gonna have one of those Ric Flair endings where he gets sweet chin music.
That's what I mean.
By
He
Shawn
deserves
Michaels.
something like that.
Yeah. One of my other favorite matches of the night, the ladder match, to crown the TNT champion between Infantasmo, was just a freaking. I think he's great. Of course, we had Leo Rush, Jack Perry, Takeshita, Mark Briscoe, and Dante Martin. Banger of a match. Takeshita was getting a lot of cheers, so he was with this crowd.
It was either him or Jack Perry were my picks for this match.
Yeah, mine too. And of course, Jack Perry picked up the win. He is now officially the TNT champion, which is hilarious because they were just going to give it to him anyways. Now he earned it. Some people, I saw some people saying like, some people were saying that like Jack Perry has no aura, which I think is complete BS. He had no aura. Ever since he's come back, I've been really interested in Jack Perry, and all of his promos have been fire. So I'm actually super interested to see what the heck he's going to do with this TNT title.
Yeah. Well, now you give him time. Now he has the title. Now you got to give him this chance to see what he can do.
Yeah. Well,
especially with the Elite.
Well, yeah, like ever since he's joined the Elite, he's had those chances, and I think he's delivered every time. Like every single promo he's cut, I've been interested in. Even a backstage one where he was like freaking punching the wall. So it was funny, but it was still interesting.
They're just hating.
Yeah, no, people are just hating, but I like Jack Perry.
Takeshita had a lot of good moments. Though. Did you see that? What was it? The tiger drive? Oh, I forgot what it was. Onto that table.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that was insane. I remember that. Yeah. No, there was a lot of fun spots. Takeshita, honestly, I think was like the shining star of that match. And I mean, you say it all the time, like Takeshita is a freaking beast. He's a future world champ.
Good singles competitor easily.
Well, future world champ with freaking Don Callis as his mouthpiece is just great because Don Callis is a complete a-hole. So, Anyways, moving on from that, we had Mercedes Moné versus Stephanie Valkyrie. Monet won. She is now a double champ, New Japan Strong Openweight Women's, I think, and then she's also, of course, the TNT.
I didn't even know it was for double champ into the match. I didn't know it was for both titles.
I didn't know it was for both until the match either. But the main story, of course, was a great match. First of all, Mercedes Moné looked great.
Yeah.
Main story is
some people were hating. Some people there was some boos there in that match. I don't know why. I thought it was okay. I thought it was a pretty solid.
I thought it was okay. It was better than the freaking Chris Jericho match.
Yeah. There's been a lot of people hating on Mercedes Moné's run so far. I feel like they're just haters.
They're just haters. But of course, Britt Baker is back. I was so freaking pumped to see that. Britt Baker is DMD. I think her new slogan is a role model, which some people are like, oh, she took that from Bailey. It's just like Bailey hasn't been a role model in a while, so leave it alone. So Britt Baker is back. Super excited for that. She was in phenomenal shape. Like she looked fantastic. Super excited to see exactly what the heck she does.
I've been calling for her for months for her to come back. They need this.
Yeah, they need.
I wish she would have came back for the world title, but this is still okay with her. Mercedes Moné. That's gonna be like a top dream match right there.
Exactly. That's gonna be a fire freaking rivalry right there. If they build it up correctly, they probably had that match at All In. I got Britt Baker because I just love Britt Baker.
Yes, I'm going for Britt Baker.
Yeah, Britt Baker for sure. It looks like she came back as a face because of course, her new freaking thing is called the role model. So she's obviously gonna be a face now. Mercedes Moné is better as a heel anyway, so I think that's perfect. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm dumb excited for that. Other than that, of course, if you have nothing else to say about that, we can move on to the IWGP Heavyweight Championship match, which was Jon Moxley versus Tetsuya Naito. Tetsuya Naito won.
This was great.
Perfect decision. Great freaking match. It wasn't anything crazy. I wouldn't say great. It was a good match. I thought it was a fun match, but it wasn't anything crazy.
In terms of great, I'm talking about Tetsu Naito just winning in general. I thought that was great.
Yeah, Naito winning was the perfect decision. And also,
you get to see Moxley back in actually AEW like wrestling, not New Japan.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but freaking New Japan finally got a freaking big win because they haven't really won much this freaking this pay-per-view. So perfect. Tetsu Naito won. Great decision. I thought him as champ was amazing. I don't even think he should have lost it to Moxley in the first place. So he finally got his get back and won that title. I hope he keeps it. He needs to like carry that New Japan flag and just carry them into the future because right now they lost a lot of people to AEW. They just need to build up that roster, and Naito is the perfect person for them to build that up with.
Him and Zack Sabre Jr. too.
Zack Sabre Jr. has been there for a while though. He's always going to be good there. But in terms of like the heavyweight division, like the main division, Tetsu Naito for sure. Then we had the main event match, was of course Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay. Match of the freaking night, possible match of the year contender.
5-star.
Yeah, 5-star match. Swerve Strickland hitting the hidden blade on Will Ospreay was insane. The right person won. Of course, Will Ospreay ended up losing, even though he's my favorite wrestler at the moment. Swerve Strickland picked up the win. Banger of a freaking match. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I think I'm pretty sure the Don Callis family tried to get involved at one point.
Don Callis.
Yeah.
He tried to hand when the referee was down, he tried to hand Will a screwdriver. At first Will he denied it, but then he took it from him as Prince Nana pushed Don Callis down, and then he went to go save Don Callis. He grabbed Prince Nana by the neck and had the screwdriver, but then he like thought about it. He did like the little am I a hero or not?
Yeah.
He chose not to. He threw the screwdriver away.
Cost him the match.
He won it, he got hit.
Yeah,
he got hit.
Cost him the match, and I think we said that when this match first got announced. It's like he's gonna like try to do something. Heel is gonna cost him the match because he's not gonna do it, and that's exactly what happened. Of course, afterwards they hugged it out. They're still friends. Great freaking banger of a match.
Yeah, I love the finish though because he got hit with like 3 of those. What are they? The kicks. It wasn't the swerve
it's like
stomp.
The drive-by or something like that.
Drive-by, yo. He got hit by like 3 of those. He kept kicking out.
Remember,
then he got up to hype up, but he had like no strength left. Remember, he tried to go for the hidden blade, but he was already out on his feet.
Yeah. So he lost.
He was out of his feet.
I'm sad about it, but I'm also happy about it because Swerve is a freaking beast.
It does nothing to Will Ospreay though.
No, it absolutely does nothing to Will Ospreay. Like
this was a 5-star freaking match.
Yeah,
and
banger.
I thought Swerve had to keep the title.
Yeah, so Swerve keeps the title. Happy about that. MJF and Daniel Garcia were watching from backstage, like you said earlier. So it looks like we are going to get that Swerve and MJF. What's it called? Back and
rivalry.
Yeah, rivalry. But
I don't know what they're gonna do with Daniel Garcia.
I don't think we're gonna have like that rivalry yet because remember Will Ospreay is also having like a little back and forth with MJF. So maybe we get that first and then we get the Swerve thing. It kind of makes sense because if you think about it, MJF could go after Will Ospreay at All In, and then of course,
Will has doesn't Will still have the international or is it continental?
He still has the international.
International,
yeah, he still has the international title. So MJF can go after Will at All In because that makes sense, and then Swerve can deal with whoever the heck wins the Owen Cup at All In. That seems to be like the plan that's going to happen now. Whatever the heck it is, I'm super excited for it. This was a banger of a freaking pay-per-view. I think AEW did great. Honestly, this was perfect.
Yes.
Set up future storylines great. Happy that Britt Baker's back. That women's division, as we talked about last week, has been getting better and better. And now that she's back, they can actually like solidify that. MJF versus
can't wait for Dynamite.
Will or thing. Yeah, Dynamite's gonna be freaking fire. Bash at the Beach. Pac versus freaking Bryan Danielson is gonna be the match of the night. Guarantee it. Yeah, it was just great. I'm so happy it happened. But that was basically it for Forbidden Door. We didn't cover Dynamite thing because it was just leading up to this. Next week, of course, we are going to have our review of Money in the Bank for WWE, and of course our regular the AEW reviews.
Dynamite Collision.
Exactly. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe as always. We're here on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcast. There's so many. I don't know. I
follow us on IG.
It's in everything. Follow us on IG, TikTok at the Backseat Wrestler Podcast. Again, like, comment, subscribe as always. We'll be back next week. Love you guys so much. Peace.